Okay, so we're going to continue with the session of the yes and no picking of the chits. Um, we'll just ask. So I'm recording. I have spoken with you earlier off camera. So I understand you wish me to go ahead and do the picking of chits. Okay, so you know what happened this morning. It spoke about me being Rosie's DNA, and it also spoke about me stealing. But the point is, I have not stolen for sure. It also says I have been stolen magnificently. So there is like three components to it, and all of it is very strange. So what I came to, I was just wondering. Now, did I really did the girl who went to Fort Convent School with you and graduated in 1989, which is me, did I do this stealing? The girl who went to Fort Convent School with you 2 years ahead of you and graduated in 1989 is Rosie's DNA? The girl who went to Fort Convent School with you 1989 is the batch in which I was graduating. You graduated in 1991. So the girl who went to Fort Convent School with you graduated in 1989 holds the pendulum right now. The girl who graduated in 1989 from Fort Convent School 2 years ahead of you, Yellow House. We both stayed at number 4 Jasper, first floor, 9 New Marine Lines, Bombay 400020, and went to school together from that apartment in Bombay. So I'm the older daughter, at least that's how I was brought up. Sister Edel was our principal, the last principal. Our school went public in the last year or the last 2 years between the two. Was I the older sister of you? Was I stolen from more than Rohika Chagla Mistri? Were you also stolen from? Those guys got confused between Jaya and Varsha because of the Jaya Varsha, and did what they did to you to grab what they thought was yours. But it is kind of yours because if you were alive and I was here, we would just have everything half and half, just the way it is always. Okay, but since it said that Jaya.ADVANI is of a bad bloodline, that is that was on the criminal side of things, was it talking about that woman who stole my passport in 1996, 1997? Because you told me I ceased being Jaya Advani 1997 onwards. So if we put it together, are you then saying that it was Rosie's daughter who stole my passport and went on to become JAYA.ADVANI, and it is Rosie's DNA? It may not be her daughter, it could be her niece. But from her background, who did the stealing? So what she stole, I'm going to recover. The girl that I saw yesterday, Rocky is my weight. Rocky and Tony and Agnello Fernandez have been killing people just trying to figure out who JAYA.ADVANI is to keep the wealth. They're going to get caught by the year end. Is that what it is? So the girl I saw yesterday while sleeping, she's in a cave and she's crying. She looks like me, except that she's more rectangular. And if you look at her, she could be Rosie's some relative, but she has my face, which I don't have anymore as of now, because I got a sweeter face compared to her face, but it looks like mine. But she's got a rectangular body, which is a little stocky and built. And she seems a little taller too, but she's crying in a cave and there are like groups of people sitting over there. I say, why is she crying? She can just, go back home if she doesn't like this setup. On the table was about cannibalism. Was that something out of my imagination that I saw? This incident really happened in the past? She was Fernandez's relative? Was she the Marathi Kamwali Bai's relative? One of the girls who had shapeshifted for me, the Fernandezes got rid of her? They got rid of people amongst themselves to grab whatever there was? The leader of the pack is the Fernandezes when it comes to stealing? Rocky is going to go to jail. Will he end up going to jail? Will Agnello end up going to jail? Will Tony Fernandez end up going to jail? they will end up leaving the body directly, silently dealt with. What about their one sister? Is she still in her human body? Am I that sister of hers or his? So the girl who went to Fort Convent School with you, batch of 1989, who is me? I have Fernandez's DNA in me, Rosie Fernandez's DNA in me. It is Rosie Fernandez's actual daughter who has been sitting pretty on stuff that was stolen from the girl who is me, who went to Fort Convent School and graduated in 1989, and you and I went to the same school. You were 2 years my junior. So that girl is going to be found out. She has grabbed my report cards and my SSC certificate just to prove her identity. Also, her passport is JAYA.ADVANI today. Okay, let's just hope they manage to find her. I hope it's an Interpol issue. What I did want to say was what? What did I want to say? Okay, you want me to still do the chits. Okay, so I'll do the chits. Okay. Okay, so we still go ahead and do the chits the way we did it this morning. Shirdi Sai Baba, please give guidance. The girl, you know, when I asked earlier, I said that the girl who I said, did I steal? You say yes, but I say I've never taken anything. The first thing that I took was an eraser when I was 6 years old, and I was told not to. I had to return it. After that, I have not taken anything from anybody. So, anyway, then you said, I'm Rosie's relative. That's what you said. And I've done criminal activity, but I'm not done. So then, after I closed the session, then I thought about it and I said, well, were you trying to tell me about that girl in the cave along with Rosie's own relative, who's a girl, who could have taken my identity, or from that network? Was that what you were trying to tell me? He's saying no. He's still saying no. Come on, babes. You need to do this shoot properly. He's still saying no. Okay, he's saying no. Shirdi Sai Baba, I want to ask you, the girl who went to Fort Convent School, let me put it this way, the girl who went to Fort Convent School with JAYA.ADVANI, I'm JAYA.ADVANI. I'm the one who got the passport first when I was 7 or 8 years old with the name of JAYA.ADVANI. The pendulum says after 1997 that passport was stolen and given to somebody else. and I ceased to be Jaya.ADVANI. According to the deeds done on that passport later on. So what I'm just trying to understand from you is the girl who went to Fort Convent School with JAYA.ADVANI. I graduated in 1989 batch. Am I Rosie's DNA? Without any editing, you're saying I was born from Rosie's womb? The one who went to Fort Convent School and graduated 1989 batch. He says no. So the one who went to Fort Convent School, Shirdi Sai Baba, and who had the passport done at age 7, named JAYA.ADVANI, who's me. And went on that Chidambaram ship. I'm Hakumatrai Gurmukh Das Advani's granddaughter from Kani or Kanayalal. Am I Hakumatrai and Kalavati Hakumatrai Advani's granddaughter? He says yes. He's mixing it up with somebody who has taken my identity and stolen my passport. Shirdi Sai Baba, I'm JAYA.ADVANI, whose passport at age 7 to go on the Chidambaram ship to Asia. I went to Fort Convent School. I graduated in 1989. Varsha graduated in 1991. The two of us used to go to school every day. We went together. We used to return together. My cutie was just 2 years younger than me, 2.5 years younger than me, but she was in a batch 2 years younger than me. We have to go back to the core. Was there any wealth of mine that was stolen by the people who worked in our home through some generations? Did they steal anything that was our wealth, or did something that was provided for me get stolen by outsiders? That's what I want to ask you. Was I stolen from? Says no. Was Varsha.ADVANI stolen from, my little baby who went to Fort Convent School with me? Did that little kitten get stolen from? My little baby Varsha got stolen from. Anyway, the people who stole from Varsha, are they going to be brought to book, Shirdi Sai Baba? Varsha is saying that the Fernandeses stole. Yes, the Fernandeses stole. So, are they going to now silently be dealt with and be brought to book for mistreating my sister for 9 years, is what my pendulum says? Then she's left her body and gone. As great grand East, I never knew about her wealth, ever. Then someone went and broke my locker and took my money too, but not to the extent that we're being told. And that's so not happening. Because I have limited money and people shouldn't be stealing with me my limited stuff. But they did it. They're so shameless. Point is, the ones who did the wrong, are they going to be brought to book the way the pendulum was saying by the end of the year or early next year? Are they going to be silently dealt with the way they're meant to be dealt with, as the pendulum was saying is going to happen? Yes. Okay. So that's it. That's the most important. So I am not Rosie's DNA. Rosie's DNA shape-shifted Rosie's DNA and her entire network, including people that they hired from Regina Pacis, and then of course that Chuta Kamali Bai, one of their girls has also lost her life on the back of it apparently, because that's what I was shown. Also what I was shown in the sleep, I must tell you, I must tell you, I must tell you, in deep state sleep. So when I was going to sleep, I saw this sad situation and I said, that's pretty sad. Why doesn't she, like, just pack her bags? And they're a group of people, they can get off. It looks like an island. Ask for help and see if you can move out, because the open skies can be seen from inside the cave, or we're on the outside and I can see it's a huge, you can look into it. It looks like Ajanta Ellora, but bigger than that. So anyway, I went to sleep, but when I went to sleep, what I got was this girl has gone in front of Subhash uncle. Mr. Subhash Gupta, my father's sister's husband, and they're pretty well off. In fact, it is his wife who has all her life taken care of us, at least till 93. I can definitely say she did so much for us, being my dad's sister. The other one is Kailash Ingorani. So both of them have done a lot for us, even though they are sisters of my father. They don't need to do that, and that's what everyone used to say, because generally it's the mother's family that the kids go and get their nourishment from, or the extra love from. But in my family it was very different. It was always from the father's side of the family. So okay, till 93 I can establish it with no doubt that my father's sisters were pretty active. Okay, and I will just tell you one thing, that from the time that I was an infant, you can say my father's sister, this particular one, who was married to the Gupta household, for sure, every dress of mine she has got done, stitched, going out of her way with her tailors and a set of tailors, from some friend or somebody who she knows living in her locality. They run this business, so she gets the stuff done from them. Now, if it were different DNA, why would she take care of me? The other thing about my grandmother, she is I think she's class conscious. Mrs. Kalavati JAYA.ADVANI. Not in a bad way, but she's particular about things. Now, I'm a brown, hairy little child, but she loves me because I'm the oldest daughter of her favorite son, who's my father. Barsha is a pretty fair one, but I still get more love because I'm the older one. So I say my grandmother, who had problems with my mother, Anu Sadrangani, how can she still have like some partiality towards me through it all? It's not possible. And she and her daughter Kailash look a lot alike. Her daughter Koshi also is quite a combination of her father and her mother. We all have the same kind of hair, the thickness or the fineness of it. So I just feel, I don't know, okay, all right. So those were the reasons, but then if the answer is the way the answer is, what to say? Anyway, going back to the deep state dream that I had in the night, what I see is this girl. I don't know what she looks like, because I don't see her face. She is superimposed on me, and she's like quickly trying to straighten out something, but she's also shirking work. So like there's an unkempt bed, but she's not making it. She's thinking of just putting things together, and this location looks like it is a foreign location, either in Europe or in America. It's not an Indian location, because their Indian homes, I definitely recognize all of it. This particular apartment or this particular bungalow of theirs, I don't recognize the room, I don't recognize the setup, I don't recognize anything. And somehow it feels like it is a foreign location. So this girl has dealt with Mr. Subhash Gupta sometime in the past. Was she dressed as Jaya? Was she shape-shifting as Jaya.ADVANI, who is me? Or Jaya Kanyalal Hukumatrai Gurmukh Advani, who is me? Was she being my Varsha.ADVANI, who's no more? Was she being Koshi Auntie after Koshi Auntie has left her body? And if so, which rotation was she? Okay, so in retrospect today, I'm just thinking, who was that? But that was a deep state dream in my deep sleep. Okay, and I did see Subhash uncle in it, but he's like in his own world. So, okay, I had to state that. Then, what else? Shirdi Sai Baba, I want to know, you want me to physically, she's saying I'm going to physically pack my bags and going to travel abroad and leave this country and go to another country because there's so much of a mess around my identity over here. So is that true? I'm physically going to pack my bags and I'm going to move abroad away from India. Is that to happen for the girl who went to Fort Convent School, graduated in 1989? My Varsha graduated in 1991. She is moved to the afterlife. She's gone away to the spirit realm. I'm here. So, am I supposed to physically pack my bags and move to the afterlife? Is that supposed to happen to Jaya, me, who went to Fort Convent School, graduated in 1989, and the first passport when I was 7 years old? I think 7, yeah, in and around 7, 8, in and around that time only. My first passport, I think, was 7 years old. So, for the Chidambaram ship. So, whoever was I was the passport holder when I was when I was 7 years old. So, am I supposed to pack my bags and move to a foreign location out of India? Am I going to be moving to a new location abroad somewhere from here? He says yes. Okay, because there's too much confusion over here about my identity. I can't understand. I've lived my whole life over here from the childhood. I've shown all my photos, my whole schooling, college, and I've not gone to some trashy school. I've gone to a very good school. I've gone to a very good college. Then I've done my QUT, MBA. Then I've again gone and done University of Ekato. I have done enough studies. So much confusion for what? I'm not blaming anyone, because if someone's doing things in stealth mode, then who do you blame? अब हमको खुद नहीं पता है तो और पता नहीं है क्या है. Times only are like that. पता नहीं है. So anyway, let me ask my Varsha what. She's not Rohika, she's Varsha. Varsha is dainty, she's small. You know what dainty is? She's shorter than I am, she's smaller than I am, and she's dainty. Her attitude is not dainty, she's a fighter cock, but she is dainty to look at. Till then she shows her claws. That's different. Hello, kitten. Okay, I'm feeling very happy now because we've got the proper advice. You still want me to continue with the Chits, Bobo? With this yes, no, Chits? What do you want me to ask about it? What should you... I don't even know what I should ask, baby. I have no clue. I'm like absolutely mind blank. What should I ask? You still want me to ask, but then what should I ask? Papa is with you. Mama is with you. You don't want me in the afterlife. Can I come back to the afterlife now? You want me to be here another 15 years because you want to hog the light over there with Mama and Papa on your own? Along with our grandparents, you want to be the center of attention, is what I understood. Okay, that's fine because you keep telling me this even off camera no matter how many times I ask. Okay, but what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do about the yes no pic? What do you want me to do with these chits, baby? Mm, what do you want me to do with the chits? What do you want me to ask about? What do you want me to ask about, Bobo? I don't know what to ask about. You want me to ask about. What should I ask? I really don't know what to ask. You want me to ask about Fernandez's? You want me to ask about me? You want me to ask about the girl who went to Fort Convent School with you, and who got the passport age 7 with you while you were age 5? So what do you want me to ask you about me? I don't know what to ask about me. We both are Mr. JAYA.ADVANI's granddaughters. From the spirit realm, he says so. Mr. Ramchand Sadrangani also says so. We're all in the same loka. It's the higher realms. So we're all together over there. What do you want me to ask you about me? I don't know what to ask about me, baby. You want me to ask about SL? Okay. Okay, is SL a good guy? Whoever SL is he a good guy? She says yes, SL is a good guy. Don't know why she's calling him a good guy. But anyway, she's calling him a good guy. Okay, good for him if he's a good guy. When it comes to me, what do you want me to ask? Okay, let me ask you, in this traveling abroad, do I have to go out of my way to get my visa done? Do you want me to go out of the way to get my visa done? No. She says no. She always says no. Okay. Are you telling me that for the travel abroad, the visa will come to me, or I will connect with that I have to connect with and move abroad? End 25-26, is that what the girl who went to Fort Convent School with you, graduated in 1989, got the visa, no, got the passport when I was 7 years old. So the visa will come to me, as in I will meet whoever it is will come to me, and from there I will move abroad. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That they will come forward and I don't need to do anything myself? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Kitty? Vaisha? She says yes. Okay, so they will do the, I don't know, she knows what she's talking about. I don't know. But she has repeatedly told me the same thing, so I must follow it. She says Shirdi Sai Baba is with her. Mm, SL has got married in his second marriage. Is that over and done with? Has he moved on? Because I don't like headaches. Has he moved on in his life? Yes, he has moved on. Okay, that's fantastic news. Excellent. Okay. Are there chances that I'll find something that I find happy being around in the male category going forward? Do you suggest it? Is there any chances that we also settle down in life, but with something that we are, we feel happy? The girl who went to Fort Convent School with you, I have to keep asking. The girl who went to Fort Convent School with you graduated in 1989 and also got the passport when I was 7 years old to go to on the Chidambaram ship. So, are there chances that I find somebody who's a nice boy, my type? But is it possible? Do you see that happening going forward? Something that I'm happy with, tall enough, and nice looking enough, intelligent enough. Is it possible that happens for me? She says no. I don't understand. It's forever this way. I don't understand. I think I got really bad luck when it comes to boys. So I'll not get what I want, but what, I'm going to hook up with somebody? That's not exactly according to my Don John kind of looks. Are we still going to be hooking up with somebody who's not exactly what all we're looking for? Is that what you're trying to tell me, kitten? Is that going to happen? No. So you telling me we're going to be single all our life? Aisha? In short, you telling me I'm going to be single all my life? I'm going to be living a single bachelorette life to the very end now? Is that what you're telling me? No. You're saying we signed a registered marriage with somebody. You're saying that's the state that's going to continue in our life. Is that what you're saying? We're going to be in that state of signing a document and then staying that way only, like this, in a foreign land. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that the state of being? She says yes. She says yes. Whoever signed that registrar is still alive? The person who signed that blessed registrar, that person is still alive? The boy, huh? Not the girl. I'm here. But whoever signed that registrar is still alive? I don't understand. Why is it we're stuck like this in our life? That person is already dead. Alright, so we got to continue this existence abroad, single, like this only. Kitten? This is how we will continue like this only, like a widow. And continue into our old age as a widow. That's what you're telling. She's saying yes. So must be for the best. I don't know. Kitten, can I ask you one thing? When I leave from the body ultimately and go into like the afterlife, the one who went to Fort Convent School with you, the one who went to Fort Convent School with you, baby, and who got my passport when I was 7 years old, when I go away into the afterlife, will I be joining you? Will we all be together? Will we all be together? And will all of us finally be together? When I move to the afterlife, is that going to happen? She says yes. Okay, she says yes. We're all going to be together in the afterlife. Is the realm a high realm, Bobo? Like I know Mama's got Tapaloka. I know Dada got Hadith. I saw Nani in yellow ever since 97, 98, 99 in 3-4 dreams or 2-3 dreams. I saw Dadi very happy with Kabir. I saw you swimming in yellow light. I got Papa is Om. So I've just mostly got good stuff. So will we primarily, there may be sometimes we need to go to the lower realms, but will we for majority be living in the afterlife in the realms above the earthly realm? Will we be doing that together? She says yes. She says yes. Okay. So cutie pie. Okay, so yes. The boy I got who signed the register in that marriage, that boy is gone to the higher realms. Is he in the higher realms? I don't even know who he is. But does he get the higher realms who signed the register, who you say is no more in the body? Whoever it is that has been held accountable for that marriage. That boy you say has already moved to the afterlife, but has he gone to the higher realms? Is he in the higher realms with you guys? Did I marry someone who went to the higher realms, who has passed away from his body, but has he joined you in the higher realms? Is he with you? No, he's not with them in the higher realms. That boy has gone away to the lower realms who signed that register and who is just, who stood in for the marriage, but you say he's no more in the body. So has he gone away to the lower realms? Yes, he has left for the lower realms. His existence is in the lower realms. Okay, so that had to happen because of the huge rat trap. This entire thing that played out, Cutie Pie, did it play out primarily because it was preordained with a bunch of people to play different roles, like either being the rats themselves or being called rats, and then the poisonous snake comes to eat the rat, or then being the rat trap, where the rats come and get trapped seeing the cheese. So either we're the cheese in the rat trap or we are the rats. Just depends who watches us how. Either they think we're the cheese and later on they start calling us the rats. If we're the cheese in the rat trap, well, the rat comes to eat. If we are being called rats, then the poisonous snakes come to eat. So was this preordained amongst this 500, 600, amongst many more, but this bunch of us who you say have been with you in the higher realms, were we preordained to play these roles primarily to trap that 40% of the world population today to the realms earned by them in the lower realms, many of them the lowest of the lowest and even below those lowest? Is that why this was planned? Is this how it worked? Is this how it happened? She says yes. Okay, my little kitten. Now, since we have already spoken so much, you still want me to ask questions, but I don't know what to ask. You want me to ask you which country I should move to? But I don't know. I got limited stuff, so how I can go? I just don't know how I should. I don't know how I should ask. Mm, okay, I will take a chance and ask you because as of now I don't know. Their visas are very, very limited. And I don't think Thailand's a nice idea. I mean, I don't know. But okay. Mm, okay, I'll ask. You want me to pack my bags and move to a foreign location, but where do you want me to go? I don't know. Where should I be going? Where should I be going? You want me to go somewhere in Asia? Asia, like where? Thailand, Indonesia, that kind of stuff. She says yes. Okay. She's fine with Thailand and Indonesia. Okay. But you telling me that okay. Do you want me to go? I don't think I can settle in America. You want me to go and settle in America, baby? Should I go settle in America? Again, she's saying yes. But I don't have the money to settle in America. So I don't understand. You want me to go and settle in Europe? You're also, she's saying yes. You want me to settle here in India, Bobo? Here at India. We're here in India. Should I settle in India? She says no. Not to settle here, anywhere but here. I wonder what's coming. Will I be recovering some of your lost wealth? Will that be coming to me? Is that what you're telling me? The girl who went to Fort Convent School with you, Varsha, I'm 2 years older than you, 2.5 years older than you. Under normal circumstances, it doesn't make sense. But is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I don't know what to ask. You're saying some of your recovered wealth will go to me? Is that what you're trying to say? She's saying yes. That's mighty sad because in our family we really don't do that. It just feels pretty sick. But I find it very sick. I find it too sickening. I don't think I can do that. It's just too terrible. So we'll go off to Thailand. I think on my own I should be able to afford it. We'll see what we can do. You okay with Thailand? If we go to Thailand, you okay with it? She's saying no. Okay, so now I can't do this more. Cutie beauty, I can't do this more, huh? Now, enough. Because we've had now enough to ask. I think we'll do yes and no some other day now because we've done so much, right, cutie baby? So we will not ask right off as of now. What we'll do is I'm closing this session for now. Okay, if when I get off camera I have some ideas to ask, then tomorrow I'll ask you some. Also, this is talking about cannibalism and it's talking about cannibal. Were these guys actually eating human meat? Is cannibalism primarily to do with non-vegetarians and classifying them as cannibals? Was cannibalism primarily because of trying to eat into the energy of human beings? Like trying to be energy vampires, so going for the spirit rather than the bones and the flesh? They were going directly for cannibalism on the human spirit. That's what they're trying to say, because all through the night they're insulting me, but it doesn't make a difference to me, because at the end of the day I just say, well, if you have an opinion, but you're so desperate that when I'm sleeping in the night you need to call me names every turn, every, even a finger movement has some insult coming my way, and you're forever insulting me. But then that, doesn't insult me, just tells me you're working from a very, whoever's doing this is functioning from a very desperate place. I mean, I would never do that to anybody, because I guess there's no need. So you're saying that is cannibalism primarily for a particular crowd that has infiltrated India? Are they homegrown Indians who are doing this? Is this the work of homegrown Indians like the Hindus? Is it the work of the Hindus, actually the work of the Hindus? Do the wealthy Hindus have to be very careful of being cannibalized themselves? Or the wealthy Indians, forget about only the Hindus, do the wealthy Indians have to be very, very careful of being cannibalized by the infiltrators or people coming from abroad to settle in India? They're entering this country to cannibalize on the Indian energy. They know how to vampire of the energy. They want to deplete this place of its energy. They don't like the spiritual energy and the strength that goes with it, that is inherent in most Indians, irrespective of, which religion. They want to cannibalize the Indian energy. Whose shape-shifting for Narendra Modi is part of the pact for cannibalizing on the Indian energy. Okay, I hope he gets caught soon. Will our Indian military figure it out? Okay, so I will ask you this question again tomorrow, simply because we will move on from my personal issues. We will go to the Scrabble throw tomorrow. I just needed a break. The minute I saw cannibalism, I just needed to, take a break and kind of breathe. So I did something simple like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll give you a little offering on the table. I didn't do a new offering. And yeah, I'll make some vegetarian food or something of that sort and offer it to you. Okay, and perhaps some save and all. And I'll take a break because I need to do something therapeutic. So I'm going to do some cooking instead. Something just as a breather. Okay? Great. Okay, baby. So I'm going to keep this down now. Sweetie pie. Okay? It's so sad we have to stay like this only now going forward. I don't know if you could see that. Anyway, I'm putting this off now. I've had it enough.